What's up, party people? It's your guy Lucky once again, and I know that the episode 4 review is a little bit late, but here's the episode 5 review of The Boys season 4. Let's get right into it. First things first, what I want to talk about is this episode is my first 10 out of 10 of season 4. Reason being, this was the most boys-like episode of the season. We had beat up farm animals throughout this episode, and the plot was just so right. What we're going to get into with this episode and what I want to start off with is now that Homelander has dealt with his past, he has returned home to his son Ryan, and we see a different take of Homelander where he isn't pushing Ryan to be like him anymore, but rather he is engineering a new way to control Ryan. He believes the way to control Ryan, and I think this is exactly how it's going to happen, is he wants to hear what Ryan wants to do, which is to save people with his powers, and in doing that, he's going to spin it to kind of serve the justice that Homelander wants him to serve. That little tidbit's done and over with. They get Stan Edgar out of prison, and they find out from season 1 of Gen V, and Butcher was in Gen V, so we know that he was in it. Victoria Newman was in a lab concocting a serum, basically, that can kill a soup. It is kind of like COVID for soups. It's kind of crazy. And they get a hold of this, obviously, and Joe Kessler, played by the great Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Butcher kind of see this as a big thing. So they break Stan Edgar out of prison so that they can get into his farm, which is where this is all transpiring. And Stan Edgar obviously declines at first, but goes with them due to the fact that Butcher tells him that Victoria Newman has injected her daughter with V, which we know from episode 1. So they arrive on the farm, we see the beat up chicken, we see the beat up sheep, and that was absolutely insane to kind of see, like, all these agents of Victoria Newman and Stan Edgar just get ripped to shreds by these animals. And we also get to see more of Victoria Newman's side. We get to meet her love interest. We get to kind of see how much she cares about this guy who, once again, we met in Gen V. And we also get to see a side of Butcher at the end of this episode that is scary. We know Joe Kessler and himself kidnapped Victoria Newman's lover at the end and cut off his leg and keep that fact from her because she believes that he died on the farm when they were all trying to escape. And they're basically going to try to force him to make more of this serum that can kill superheroes, and that's kind of the end of the episode. But I kind of have a running theory now. My running theory is that Joe Kessler is not real. Joe Kessler hasn't talked to anyone other than Butcher the entire season 4. And on top of it, there's this thing that Butcher's doing where he is talking to his dead wife, and she's not around anymore, obviously. And Joe kind of has that same momentum about him, and he makes a comment in the episode where they're not decent people and they don't belong with decent people. That to me feels like he's kind of talking about both of them as one, and it gives me that vibe. Now obviously there's no certains with this, but let me know what you guys think about that, because that's how I feel. And the last thing I'm going to say is Starlight kind of not losing her powers but hitting a block with her powers where she can't use them is, I think, perfect for where she's at right now. Obviously she has made the transition from Starlight to Annie January. She is focused more on helping the youth, and she's not focused on being that person anymore. So it makes sense as to why she would struggle to use her powers, and we get several glimpses of that throughout the episode. But anyways, I'm done yapping. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more nerdy content just like this. Lucky signing off. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys.